us start this. Meanwhile, if anybody comes, we'll join. Minus 5 by 9, 7 by 12, minus 2 by 3, and 11 by 18. We are given these rational numbers. We have to arrange them in the ascending order. So write down solution of this. We are given the rational number minus 5 by 9. Those who are joining late, please be on the time. Minus 5 by 9, then 7 by 12, then minus 2 by 3, and 11 by 18. Now my question is whether they are like rational numbers or unlike rational numbers. Unlike. What is the reason they are unlike? Yes, denominators are different. Denominator is 9, denominator is 12, denominator is 3, denominator is 18. So they are unlike rational numbers. So before before arranging them in the ascending order, first we have to make denominator equal. So to make denominator equal, I will take LCM of this denominator. So we have to find mute the microphone. So we have to find LCM of denominators. DR means denominator, 9, 12, 3 and 18. We have to find LCM of the denominators. So wait, my dear, you are telling me about SCF, not LCM. How we find LCM? We use the common division method. 9, 12, 3, 18. We use common division method. Let me explain. Which side? Okay. Now we find LCM of the denominator. Those who are joining late, please be on the time. Now we find LCM of the denominator. Before arranging them in the ascending order, we have to make them like rational number. They are not like rational number because denominators are different. To make denominator equal, we'll see. So this is known as common division method. We start with 3. We start with the prime number. 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, 3 1s are 3, 3 6s are 18. Then one more 3 is there. So 3 1s are 3, 4 we write as it is, 1 we write as it is, 3 2s are 6. Then this is known as common division method. Then 1 4 1 2. Start with 2. Wherever 1 is there, stop. 2 2s are 4, 1 2 1s are 2. Then one more 2 is there. 1 2 1s are 2, 1 1. Whenever you get 1 1 1, you stop there. So LCM will be multiplication of these factors. LCM will be 3 into 3 into 2 into 2. 3 3s are 9. 9 2s are 18, 18 2s are 36. So before arranging them in the ascending order, we have to make them like rational number. They are unlike because denominators are different. To make denominator same, I will take LCM of the denominator. So LCM of the denominator is 36. Now each number we make it 36. So first we take minus 5 by 9. Minus 5 by 9. To make denominator 36, I have to multiply 9 by 4. So I will multiply by 4 in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So that is minus 5 into 4 upon 9 into 4. So this is minus 20 upon 36. Minus 20 upon 36. Now next is 7 upon 12. 7 upon 12. Yes. So each rational number you make denominator equal. Because my LCM is 36. Now second number is 7 upon 12. Second number is 7 upon 12. Second number is 7 upon 12. So 7 upon 12, to make denominator 36, you multiply 3. So multiply by 3 in numerator as well as denominator. So 7 into 3 upon 12 into 3, that is 21 upon 36. Okay. Now next number is 2 by 3. So to make denominator 36, we have to multiply by 12. So 2 into 12, so it is minus 2 by 3. So we write minus 3 into 12. So this is minus 24 upon 36. Okay, now next 11 by 18. To make denominator 36, we multiply by 2. So 11 into 2 upon 18 into 2. So that is 22 upon 36. So now each rational number we have made denominator equal. Each rational number we have made denominator equal. Now to arrange them in the ascending order, I will see their numerator because denominators are equal. So I will see the numerator. Here it is minus 20. Here it is 21. Here it is minus 24. Here it is 22. Ascending order, ascending order. From smaller to bigger. Yes. So now the rule comes in negative number. If the number is bigger, that will be treated as smaller. In positive number, if the number is bigger, that will be treated as bigger. So minus 20, 21, minus 24, 22. Negative are smaller. So first it is minus 24. Minus 24 upon 36. That will be smaller than minus 20 upon 36. That will be smaller than 21 upon 36. That will be smaller than 22 upon 36. Because this is, we have to arrange them in the ascending order, means smaller to bigger. Now what is minus 24 upon 36? Minus 24 upon 36 is my number minus 2 by 3. So minus 2 by 3 is less than minus 20 upon 36 is minus 5 by 9. Minus 5 by 9 is less than 21 upon 36, 7 by 12. 7 by 12 is less than 11 upon 18. So are in ascending order. So this is the ascending order, means smaller to bigger. Are in ascending order. So we have arranged this number in the ascending order. So our first job is over. Our first job was to arrange this number in the ascending order. Before arranging the number in the ascending order, we have to see whether denominators are equal. If denominators are not equal, then we find LCM of the denominator and make the denominator of each rational number equal. Then after making denominator equal, to arrange them in the ascending order, we see their numerator and accordingly we arrange them in the ascending order. So first job is over. Now what is second part in that? Find the difference between the largest and the smallest of these rational numbers. So find the difference between the largest and smallest. So which is the largest number? Yes? Which is the largest number? 11 by 18, no? Right. So largest is 11 by 18. Largest is 11 by 18 and smallest is smallest is minus 2 by 3, correct? Now we want to find the difference. Difference means subtraction of largest minus smallest. This minus sign denotes difference. Largest minus smallest means difference of largest and smallest. So what is the largest number? 11 by 18. Then minus smallest number is minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 by 3, correct. So now that is 11 by 18. Then minus minus, whenever minus sign, two minus sign are together, we have to multiply. Whenever two signs are together, we have to multiply. Minus minus become plus. So minus minus will be plus 2 by 3. Now can you add them? Yes? Yes. So now you make denominator of this 3 as 18. Because LCM of 18 and 3 is 18. So 18 we keep as it is. To make 3, but it is there. You keep the phone horizontal. To make 2 by 3 as 18, what you will do? You will multiply by 6. So 2 6 are 12, 3 6 are 18. Correct. So that is 11 by 18 plus 12 by 18. Now denominators are equal, so we can add numerator. That is 11 plus 20, 11 plus 12 upon 18. What is that? 23 upon 18 is the difference of largest and smallest. 23 upon 18 is the difference of largest and smallest. After arranging them in the ascending order, we have found the difference of largest and smallest. So largest minus smallest, largest number minus smallest number is 23 upon 18. So second part is over. Now what is asked? Express this as the decimal fraction correct up to 1 decimal. Correct up to 1 decimal, you have to express this. So to express this fraction in the decimal, 23 upon 18, we divide 23 by 18. We divide 23 by 18. So 18 ones are 18, then 5, correct. Now 5 is smaller than 18. So you will put one decimal, then it becomes 50, then 18 twos are 36, 3 will be more, 18 threes are 54, 36. 50 minus 36 is 14, then 10, 140, then 18 6 are 6 8 are 48, 108, okay. 18 7 are, yes, do it. 18 7 are how much? Yes. हाँ, 18 7 are 136, correct. So this 126. चलो. Then 18 7 are 126, correct. So this is 126. Then it is 14. Again it is 140, correct. Then 18 7 are 126. Then again it is 14. So now we stop there. So basically 23 upon 18, I can write 1.277. 1.277. But what is asked? Correct up to 1 decimal. So we keep 1 decimal, and if the next decimal, if you want to keep up to 1 decimal, then it 2 you will fix. And if the next decimal is, if it is, yes, if it is 5 or more than 5, then you increase the previous decimal. Increase the previous decimal. So this is 1.2, but this is 7, which is more than 5. So this 2 will become 3. So this is 1.3. So correct to 1 decimal. Correct to 1 decimal. So answer is 1.3 correct to 1 decimal is the answer. So this we write 1.3. This is correct up to 1 decimal, correct? So what is required in this? Before arranging the number in ascending order, you have to make denominators equal. To make denominators equal, I will take LCM of the denominator. Once the denominators are equal, then I will see their numerator and arrange them in the ascending order. Ascending order means smaller to bigger. And after arranging them in the ascending order, we have to find the difference of largest and smallest. Difference means minus. That was 23 upon 18. Then third step, to express that as a decimal fraction correct to 1 decimal place, I will divide 23 by 18, 1.277 to 1 place. If the next place of the decimal is 5 or more than 5, then you increase the previous decimal. So this is 7, more than 5. So this 2 will become 3. Yes? Clear? Yes. Now let us go to question number 4. Question number 4 I will give you homework, but before giving homework let me explain. You have to arrange the number in descending order. Descending means, yes, descending means bigger to smaller. Bigger to smaller. So now next fourth is, let me write the question at least. The numbers are 5 upon 8, then minus 3 upon 16, then minus 1 by 4, and then 17 by 32. You have to arrange this number in descending order. So arrange in descending order. Arrange in descending order. Descending order means bigger to smaller. Okay. After arranging them in the descending order, you have to find the sum of lowest and largest. You have to find the sum of largest. Sum means plus. Largest plus smallest. You have to find this. Then you have to express this sum as a decimal fraction correct to 2 decimal place. Express this as decimal fraction. Express this as decimal fraction correct to 2 decimal places. Instead of 1 decimal place, now you want 2 decimal place. 2 decimal places. That's all. Is it clear? So should I give this homework? In the same way you will proceed. Let me give homework. You have to arrange them. Yes, you have to arrange them in the descending order. Descending order. And then you have to find the sum of largest and smallest. You have to find the sum of largest and smallest. Then it comes the concept. Then it comes the concept of terminating decimal. You will write the concept terminating decimal. Terminating decimal. Terminating decimal. Terminating decimal means the division stop after decimal. After decimal, the division process ends. The division ends. The division process ends means it is terminating decimal. It is terminating decimal because after division, for example, I can not end side 0. It will end with any number. But what is important? The division must stop. after decimal the division stops, means after 2 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit, 5 digit the division stop, means it is terminating decimal. For example, let us take 1 by 8, 1 upon 8. Now you want to divide 1 by 8. Let us divide. Let us divide 1 by 8. So 1 is smaller than 8, so it will be 0. It becomes 10. 8 2s are 16. So the 8 2s are 16 more. 8 1s are 8. 10 minus 8 2. 0 will come. 8 2s are 16. Correct. 16. Then it is 4. 8 5s are 40. 40. Correct. So now there is no remainder. There is no remainder, means division stops after 3 digit. After decimal, after 3 digit, the division stops. So 1 by 8 is 0.125. 125. So this is terminating decimal. Means after decimal, the division stops. Terminating, yes, the division stops after few digits. So terminating decimal means that after decimal, the division stops after few digits. Then it comes non-terminating decimal. Then it comes non-terminating decimal. What do you mean by non-terminating? Yes, opposite of this. The division never ends. The division never ends. So we write non-terminating decimal. Yes, voice is audible now? Non-terminating decimal. Non-terminating decimal. Non-terminating decimal means after decimal, the division never ends. After decimal, the division never ends. The division never ends. After decimal, the division never ends. So this is non-terminating decimal. Let us take the example. Let us take the example of one number 4 by 9. 4 by 9. So divide 4 by 9. Divide 4 by 9. So divide 4 by 9. So this is 4, this is 9. Now 4 is smaller, so this is 0 point. This is 40, 9 4s are 36. 40 minus 36, again it is 40. 9 4s are 36. Again it is 40, 9 4s are 36. Again it is 40, correct. So this is 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So 4 upon 9, I can write 0.44444444. So this division never ends, correct? It is recurring. One digit or a set of digit is repeated. In this, after decimal, the digit 4 is repeating. The digit 4 is repeating, means division never ends. So this is non-terminating decimal. So 4 upon 9 is non-terminating decimal. So in non-terminating decimal, after decimal, the division never stops. So this we conclude by doing the actual division. Yes or no? This we are doing by actual division. But there is one result by which there is no need to do the division. You can conclude. You can conclude whether the number is terminating decimal or non-terminating decimal without division also. You can conclude whether the number is terminating decimal or non-terminating decimal without doing division also. So this result you have to remember. Based on this result, we have exercises. So you write a rational number, write on this. a rational number, this is important, a rational number a by b is, a rational number a by b is terminating decimal, the rational number a by b is a terminating decimal, is a terminating decimal, is a terminating decimal if, so rational number is given a by b, it is a terminating decimal if denominator, I am writing dr, dr means denominator, denominator is b, it can be expressed in the form of 2 raised to power m into 5 raised to power n. If denominator can be expressed in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n, where m, n, n are whole number, m, n, n are whole number. So what are whole numbers? Tell me. What are whole numbers? 0. So m can take the value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. And n can take the value also 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. So if the denominator of any rational number is expressed in the form 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n, then it is a terminating decimal. It is a terminating decimal. So without doing actual division, we are concluding whether the number is terminating decimal or not. Yes or no? So denominator of any rational number you have to express in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. Then it is a terminating decimal. So based on this, we have fifth exercise. Exercise 1A, question number 5 we can solve without doing actual division. Without doing actual division. So now we solve the exercise number 5. Without actual division. Fifth one. Without actual division. You don't have to divide and tell me. Without actual division. Correct. You have to check whether the number is terminating decimal or non-terminating decimal. First is 7 upon 16. Now you tell me what is the denominator of this? 16. Yes. So immediately you find the prime factorization of 16. You have to express 16 as a prime factorization. So we start with 2. 2 8 is 16. 2 4 is 8. 2 2 is 1. 2 2 is 4. 2 1 is 2. Correct. So 16 I can write 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So 16 I have written, I have multiplied 2 how many times? 4 times. So 2 raised to 4. Now this I can write 2 raised to 4 into 1. Correct. Then 16 I can write 2 raised to 4 into 1. Now 1 I can write 5 raised to 0. Yes or no? Whenever power of any number is 0, the value is 1. Correct. This result we are using. X raised to 0 is 1. If the power is 0, then the value of the number is 1. So whether I have expressed denominator as 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n? Tell me. 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. What is my m? M is 4. N is 0. Correct. So 16 I have written in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. Where m is 4, and n is 0. Correct. Both are whole number. 0 is also whole number, 4 is also whole number. So if denominator you can express in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n, then it is a terminating decimal. So 7 upon 16 is terminating decimal. 7 upon 16 is terminating decimal. So without doing actual division, we have concluded whether the number is terminating decimal or not. Is it clear? So without doing division, we express denominator in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. That means the factors of that denominator must be 2 and 5. If the factor of the denominator is different from 2 and 5, then it is non-terminating. Is it clear? Or is it clear to all of you, this one? Okay. Let us take 23 upon 125, second one. 23 upon 125. 23 upon 125. You express denominator in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. Second, 23 upon 125. So what is my denominator? 125. So use prime factorization. You can divide with 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25. 5 5s are 25. 5 1s are 5. So this denominator 125, I can write 5 into 5 into 5. So next part, so this I can write 5q. This 5q I can write 5q into 1. Then 1 I can write, yes tell me. What you can write? 1 you can write 2 raised to 0. Yes. So 125 I have expressed in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. Where what is m? Power of 2, no? Where m is 0 and n is 3. So if the denominator can be expressed in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n, then it is terminating decimal. So 23 upon 125 is terminating decimal. Is terminating decimal means the division stops. Terminating decimal means after decimal the division stops. Let us take 9 upon 14 is there. Let me write few numbers, then you suggest which one I should do. I will do only one. Without doing actual division, we can conclude whether the number is terminating decimal or not. If the denominator of the rational number can be expressed in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n, where m and n are whole number, then it is a terminating decimal. Now third is 9 upon 14. 9 upon 14. Fourth is 32 upon 45. Then fifth is 43 upon 50. Then sixth is 17 upon 40. Then seventh is 61 upon 75. Then eighth is 123 upon 2. So let me do third one. 9 upon 14. Correct. So what is denominator? 40. Find the factors. 2 7s are 14. 7 1s are 7. Correct. So 14 I can write 2 into 7. Whether 5 is a factor of this or not? Yes? No. So 5 is not a factor of this. Yes. So 14 is 2 into 7 cannot be expressed in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. 5 must be a factor. If apart from 2 and 5, if there is any other factor, then it is non-terminating decimal, means division will not stop. So it cannot be expressed in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to m. Then 9 upon 14 is non-terminating decimal. Is non-terminating decimal. You can verify by doing actual division that the division never stops. But this result is sufficient if the denominator of the number cannot be expressed in that form, 2 raised to m into 5 raised to m, then it is non-terminating decimal. Now, yes. Now tell me which one? Yes? Eighth one. Okay. So this is third I have done, fourth is homework, fifth is homework, sixth is homework, seventh is homework. Let me do eighth one. Let me do eighth one. 123 upon 250. So let us find the factors of 250. This is 2, 2 ones are 2, 125. Very good. Now again with 5, 525. Very good. 5 5s are 25. So 5 ones are 5. Correct. So this 250. 250 is 2 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. 3 times. Correct. So this 250 I can write 2 raised to 1 into 5 raised to 3. Correct. So 250 I have written as 2 raised to m into 5 raised to m. Correct. Where m is 1 and n is 3. So if you can express denominator as 2 raised to m into 5 raised to m, then it is a terminating decimal. So 123 upon 250 is terminating decimal. Means the division will stop after decimal. Is terminating decimal. Is terminating decimal. Is terminating decimal. So now this complete exercise 1A. So now we stop here. Now both the video, morning video and this video, I will share on the YouTube also. I will give you my YouTube link also, and as well as in the WhatsApp group also I will share. So today only. So you can see the video in the group as well as on the YouTube. YouTube, that link will be there. Yes, correct. Whatever is my login ID, the same name is there. So you can see the video in the group as well as on the YouTube. So that when you will see the video again, the thing will become perfect. Okay, bye. I will not take much more of your time. Bye, everybody.